The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good Monday morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Today, in the crew, you got, of course, me and Ed, and then we got Brittany. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning.
And then my brother Pedro, back in action.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
So, everybody had a good weekend?
Pretty good. Pretty good. You know, just hanged out, did some work.
Right.
You know, work on my music, other stuff like that.
Right. Well, you need to catch up on it because you ain't been posting much lately as in your unseen adventures.
Oh yeah, I've been doing some of that too.
So, anyway, you had a good weekend, Brett?
Yeah, it was pretty good. What articles do we have today, Ed?
We got a few. It's all about different tech categories. So, the first one we got is actually, for those that may not know, was it a consumer electronics show coming up in Vegas here really soon? So,
That's the CES conference. They usually have it at Vegas all the time, like in the beginning of the year. And it's a huge conference. They're gonna have like Microsoft there, Sony, other vendors and things like that. So you catch the cutting edge technology. I remember from last year they had a walk-in TV. It's all around you, and it looks like a little tunnel, but it's all around you,
right.
and they also had the curved TVs, but they even have accessible technologies and other stuff like that. So it's pretty
And
dope.
that's what we're going to be highlighting in today's article. So, if you want, you can go ahead and hit that button and we can get started.
Wait, Monica said good morning and happy Monday. And we forgot to mention we have an interest group. We have support group tonight, 6 o'clock PlayStation time.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Britt. Yeah, Dominic is one of our most popular groups. So if you're available around 6 o'clock tonight, come in, hang out. This is our co-ed support group. So, but starting back next month, we will also have our ladies support group starting back up in February. So come on out and hang out with us 6 o'clock tonight. It's always very informative. You always learn something that you didn't think you would know, or you know what I'm saying, something new. I mean, learning how to deal with things from a different perspective. So I enjoy it a lot. So anyway, let's get into this article, man, and see what kind of assistive tech they got going for us in CEF this year.
Today on Coffee Time, assistive technology takes center stage at CES 2025. This year's CES promises to be a groundbreaking event for accessibility, showcasing cutting-edge assistive technologies designed to empower individuals with disabilities and improve daily living. Here's what we're excited about. AI-powered innovations. Voice-controlled smart homes. With advancements in AI, smart home assistants will offer enhanced control over lighting, temperature, and appliances, giving greater independence to those with mobility or vision impairments. Communication assistants, AI-powered devices that provide real-time translation and speech-to-text services are set to transform communication for individuals with speech or hearing impairments. Wearable tech for accessibility. Smart glasses, These wearables are expected to feature real-time language translation, audio descriptions, and object recognition, making navigation and communication easier for those with visual or auditory impairments. Smart rings. Offering discrete health monitoring, smart rings will track heart rates, activity levels, and sleep patterns, providing essential data for individuals requiring continuous health management. Pioneering inclusive design. AR and VR applications. Immersive technologies are being used to create new learning and training opportunities tailored to individuals with disabilities. Neurotechnology advances. Innovations in this field promise support for people with neurological conditions, bridging gaps between cognitive health and technology. Startups driving change. Eureka Park's Assistive Tech showcases. Emerging entrepreneurs and startups will take the spotlight with creative solutions to everyday accessibility challenges, highlighting the importance of diverse perspectives in tech innovation. As we explore these advancements, CES 2025 reflects a vital trend in the tech industry, a commitment to designing inclusive, user-friendly products that address the unique needs of individuals with disabilities. Which assistive technology are you most excited about? Let's discuss how these innovations could shape the future of accessibility. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, just to touch on a couple things in the article, I mean, we've already had smart devices that are helping us out in the kitchen and stuff like that. But how could I explain it to me, moving from a smart device to a per se AI powered smart device is like, someone with elementary education going to a college education. It's just with AI, they're going to be able to do a whole lot more, So I'm
Yeah,
really looking forward with that, you know.
yeah, they'll be able to do a little more. Maybe even follow your trends and see, like, for example, around what time you usually close your blinds, They could even dictate from the if you have daylight savings or not, and when to turn on the lights, when to close the curtains. Um, Maybe when you come in the door, it recognizes when you come in the door and will like tell you want to hear news or you want to hear your favorite station, or it might know. And instead of being a routine like in the iPhone right now, you could have a routine, meaning you could set up a shortcut that will play your favorite playlist, even turn on the heater at home while you're driving because you're telling it do all these actions by the touch of by the touch of a shortcut. But maybe later on Siri will learn, or these smart devices with AI will learn and start already doing the things automatically, knowing what you like, your preference, your type of lighting, the color, the temperature of the lighting, and other things like that. I know for myself, Monica bought herself a smart lamp, and it's a LED with lots. I mean, it has all kinds of colors and scenes. So I could tell it to turn purple, red, blue, gold, and it will bathe the room in that color. But I also could tell it to do a scene. I could tell it do a fireplace, and the light will shake and turn like if it's a fire on the wall, you
Right.
know? Yeah, and then you could also do lava lamp, and it would look on the wall like a lava lamp. So it's pretty nice. Some of this new stuff, if it starts working all together seamlessly, will be pretty dope. And it's there, but it's not there with AI. It's there like you could have a routine or things set up for a certain time of the day.
Well, that's what I was meaning, with the inclusion of AI and this stuff.
Hmm.
I guess, like you say, it's going to be able to where some of these things can create routines and, just know that, like you say, when you walk in the house, okay, it's summertime. Let me turn the, you know, they normally get home at 6 o'clock. 5:30. You turn on the AC and cool the house off before you get home. Or
Mhm. Mhm.
maybe you know, fire up the oven and get it preheated for you. That way, when you walk in the door, you can just walk in there and don't have to worry about doing all that kind of stuff. Whatever. It's just
Yes. Yes, you're right. And with that ease of use, guys, comes a very important part where I always talk about is privacy. So for the AI or the technology you're going to be using, for it to know that you just left work, that you're headed to your house, it will need location, your speedometer, your pedometer, other data like that. It will need to have a connection to your phone and a connection to your house. So, with these internet access stuff, you need privacy. You got to be concerned of your privacy, and security should be one of the top things you should think about also. Because we hear about ransomware with these big corporations and medical institutions like the PIH. It's still going on. They're still having, they're actually logging manually. So they're backed up. They're really, really backed up, even with their medications and prescribing them and things like that. But the thing is, what I want to emphasize is trying to give less access to too many apps. Always make sure you have a long password, but always be concerned of privacy. Also, should be number one thing on the list. Just like how our home is our private home, anyone just can't come in. Our internet space should be the same. Also, we should care about our privacy.
right, right. But I mean, other than that, I mean, again, AI, and we know it won't be long before, like with our metas and Be My Eyes and stuff like that, we're going to be able to interact with live videos due to AI. And
Mm-hmm.
man, that's going to be so great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate what Meta's doing right now with the Be My Eyes Call a Volunteer feature.
Mm-hmm.
But again, not trying to be funny, and I really appreciate these folks volunteering their time for to do all of that. But sometimes people, they just don't understand how to guide us because there's no training involved for them. So they may not guide you in a proper manner or something like that. Where AI is always going to be learning, right? And also, I mean, even like with what is it, Ira right now?
Mm-hmm.
With the Ira, was it the Ira Explorer? You can do an Ira call. They give you, was it 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes an hour or something like that. But at the end of the call, as long as you didn't do anything pertaining to any of your personal business, you have the option to allow Ira to use that video to train their AI they're coming out with, so that they know how to guide and do certain things, like a sensitivity training for AI dealing with blind people.
Yes,
You
yes.
know,
And that seems like really good and great. I would like to know in which wearables they're gonna be on right now. The popular one is the Meta smart glasses, but we also have another one coming. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. It was a
you talking about the
crowdsource.
one from Amazon?
No, no, no. This is from a blind crowd. But something vision, but not the Envision glasses. I seen it on Facebook, but basically it's around $490, $100 deposit. It should have AI, text recognition, and all that. They didn't really give in too much detail in the AI, which one they're using. I know that Meta is using Llama. They're on the 3.2, if I'm not mistaken, and they just came up with a newer update, so they're getting better. But I would like them to be to have more. It's missing things. I could tell it, where am I? You're in the city of Long Beach. But if it knows my precise location, I could be w- um in which intersections I'm in, and it should tell me the two streets. That'd be really useful. You know, it
Right.
knows my location. It's an AI. I know it might not have access to it, but it's something to actually contact Facebook and let them know. Another thing that we can do is tell and contact Facebook and let them know that we want like people description, meaning we would like them to describe their color of their hair, probably even their outfit and little stuff like that, so we could paint a picture in our mind. I remember a months back, last year, it was an issue with Be My AI and describing people and Open AI privacy concerns and things like that. But Be My Eyes, they actually ended up working with OpenAI. Things got things got fixed. We got people description, but we don't have that with the Meta AI that is Llama, the Llama AI that they're using. And I would like to see more of that, so we could get more descriptions. Also, um, I would like to see um maybe I gotta contact them, but I would like them to have a part within their application that you can enter to the AI and let them know, that you're blind or your disability and things like that. So it knows when you're asking to give you more detail because you're blind. Also, sometimes the AI also doesn't remember from earlier conversations because it keeps splitting into new conversations. I would like it to continuously know me because I'm using it. It knows my glasses, probably serial number or whatever it may be, the name or however that system works, but it should know it's me. It should start kind of tailoring and things like that. That'd be pretty dope to start seeing. And not just as a blind person, as a user of the meta glasses, and any individual would like that slight personalization because and then it gets custom answers and it starts learning from you. But if I cannot teach it so it can learn and it's always a new conversation, then, you know, it can't recollect what I was trying to learn, let's say yesterday, and I want to continue a lesson that I was planning to have with this AI, with this conversation back and forth, you know. So
Now I
there is
get what you're
things.
saying because I mean, even myself when I use mine, I mean, I do prompt it and let it know, that like when I want a description, I'm blind, so please describe this in full detail, But again, like you said, over a period of time, if it was learning us, then we would no longer need to include that into our prompt. It would automatically know. So I totally understand what you're saying,
Hmm.
And then again, uh, man, who even, I mean, again, we didn't even think we were going to be here, 2 years ago, so,
For
um,
real.
I mean, it's getting better. And now with the introduction of AI into the public sector anyway, man, it just seems like it's evolving, at a more rapid pace.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I really am as to what's coming down the pipeline, and you
Yes.
know, man, I just can't wait. I mean, AI has become a intricate part of my life now. I mean, I literally use it every day for specific tasks that I do. And
Hmm.
thanks to Pedro and Brittany, and getting a better understanding of how to use it. I mean, I'm good now. you know, so man, again, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I really can't.
Hmm.
So.
And then and what the article was saying about these wearables, you could put a ring that monitors your sleep, guys. A ring that can monitor your sleep, let you know how many times you wake up, how many times you move, and other things like that. Having that data, I know I have an Apple Watch. My Apple Watch doesn't last the entire day now. I got a 6. They're at the 10 or 11th now. But if I could have a ring I could charge up and have it on for 5 days, or let's say 7 days, and I could go to sleep and gather that data and actually run it through an AI or run it through an app that could give me results and see what my patterns are, man, even better. Because even with AI, some of my results of my doctor I have put through. Sometimes I can't wait 2, 3 weeks for their results just to tell me some of the basics. I could load up AI that has been trained and like exercise and doctor books and other things like that. But just so you guys remember, keep in mind, it's an AI. It's not a real doctor, but it could give you some results, some basic stuff that you might want to learn and ask, and it could be educational. And that's the way to use these technologies, as an educational way, you know. But, I'm looking forward to this conference. It happens every year. You're gonna see it in the news. You're gonna see articles. I'm gonna be diving into it too,
Right.
because they have a lot of things. Accessible TVs. I know Sony has been putting the accessibility and the nothing but voice commands on their TV on the Bravia. That sounds pretty dope. And from what I remember, the Bravias had a good quality picture, you know. But you know, I know my better half Monica. She uses these smart TVs, the Alexa Fire TV, and you can use your voice to control almost everything, to the channel, to the volume, everything, weather, everything. You could ask it almost everything, and it would do it. It would change it. It would turn it off.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so pretty dope. Pretty dope.
Well, I mean, maybe one of these days I'll get back into watching TV.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
don't really pay a whole lot of attention to TV anymore. So, but anyway, we got any more comments down there, Brett?
We do. Tisha said good morning and happy Monday. Happy morning, Tisha. Happy
Good morning,
Monday
Tisha.
morning.
good morning.
Okay. Well, let's because we got some really good articles, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. Today, let's go ahead and get these commercials out of the way so we can move into the next one.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. You can go to customcane.com. That's custom with a K, guys. And what Custom Cane does is they sell cane and cane accessories. It's like Burger King. You can have it your way. You can get a pink cane, a blue cane, a rainbow cane, a Broncos cane, a Chargers cane, a cane with the Braille alphabet, a cane with your name on it. Whatever you want, whatever type of handle you want, whatever type of tip you want. If you want an aircraft aluminum cane, if you want an all-terrain cane, telescoping cane, any type of cane, Custom Cane has it.
All right. This next one coming up, I think we all been kind of waiting on this one for a while within the community. They got some new stuff going on as far as restoration of vision within the community. So, matter of fact, I'm throw a little shout out to Tisha. Thank you for letting me know about this stuff. She was speaking with her doctor, and her doctor filled her ophthalmologist, and he fill well she filled her in. I'm sorry on some of the stuff that's coming down the pipes and new stuff going on. So check this out.
Today on Coffee Time, hope on the horizon, advancements in vision restoration technologies. Recent breakthroughs in vision restoration technologies are transforming the landscape for individuals with visual impairments. From whole eye transplants to cutting-edge gene therapies, these advancements bring hope for solutions to previously untreatable conditions. Let's explore some of the most exciting developments shaping the future of vision restoration. 1. Whole eye transplants, pioneering a new frontier. In November 2023, surgeons at NYU Langone Health made history by performing the world's first whole eye and partial face transplant on Aaron James, who suffered severe facial injuries. While the transplanted eye has yet to restore vision due to optic nerve damage, it maintains normal pressure and blood flow, an essential first step toward functional vision through transplantation. To accelerate progress, the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health, ARPH, has allocated up to $56 million for projects like vision, viability, imaging, surgical, immunomodulation, ocular preservation, and neuroregeneration. This initiative focuses on overcoming major challenges, such as regenerating the optic nerve and preventing immune rejection. 2. Retinal implants, the bionic eye revolution. Retinal implants, also known as bionic eyes, are making headway in restoring limited vision to individuals with degenerative retinal conditions like retinitis pigmentosa. Argus 2 retinal prosthesis. This device, co-developed by Dr. Mark S. Humayun, enables patients to perceive light and shapes through electrical stimulation of retinal neurons. Photovoltaic retinal prostheses. Emerging technologies like photovoltaic implants convert light into electrical signals to stimulate surviving retinal cells. Early clinical trials show promise, allowing patients to recognize letters and shapes with improved spatial resolution. 3. Gene therapy. Reprogramming cells for vision restoration. Gene therapy is opening new doors in the fight against blindness by reprogramming retinal cells to replace damaged photoreceptors. Centre for Eye Research Australia, SARA researchers are developing a single injection therapy aimed at reversing conditions such as retinitis pigmentosa and age-related macular degeneration. By leveraging the retina's regenerative potential, this therapy could offer a one-time solution for vision restoration. 4. Stem cell therapies, replacing retinal cells. Stem cell-based approaches focus on replacing damaged or degenerated retinal cells to restore visual function. By differentiating stem cells into retinal cells and transplanting them into the eye, this method holds significant promise for treating conditions where other therapies may fall short. 5. Photovoltaic retinal prosthesis, harnessing light for vision. Using cutting-edge augmented reality glasses, photovoltaic retinal prostheses electrically stimulate surviving retinal neurons to enable vision. Powered by near-infrared light, these implants have shown success in allowing patients to perceive letters and patterns with their resolution tied to the pixel size of the implant. The path forward. While these technologies are in various stages of research and clinical trials, they signify unprecedented progress in vision restoration. Each innovation brings renewed hope to millions of individuals living with blindness or visual impairments. From the promise of whole eye transplants to the precision of photovoltaic implants, these advancements are not just reshaping the field of ophthalmology, they are redefining what's possible for the visually impaired. What are your thoughts on these groundbreaking developments? Do you believe we're closer than ever to fully restoring vision for individuals with blindness? Let's discuss. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their insights.
Wow. I mean, the whole eye transplant thing, I mean, that's a great thing right there. I mean, just the fact that they've been able to do this and, like you say, it was able to, maintain normal pressure and blood flow. Like I said, that's the first step in maintaining a healthy eye. So, I mean, I know it didn't give the man his vision back, maybe might have it by at this point, but at least again, it's a step in the right direction. I mean, myself personally, I got I'm dealing with glaucoma, so I mean, my only options are either the whole eye transplant where they replace the optic nerve, or where it's going to be the other therapy where they're regenerating the optic nerve. I mean, that would be the only thing that would help me, and then I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to get it or not because of my age or whatever, but just the fact that, this technology is coming around and it's going to help a lot of people, man, I'm thankful. I really am. I love the way that technology is going as well. So,
Yeah, yeah. It sounds promising. That sounds great. And for myself, I have retinitis, and I believe my telephoto receptors might be damaged, as including my retinas are damaged, according to my doctor. Um, so I might need a replacement of a retina, and one might need regeneration. One has actually is it has a hole on the retina. So it could be a multiple problems, but the research sounds promising. Having an entire eye transplant, and they working on the octave nerve and also on the retina. Would I have a problem with? I like the stem cell and the
regeneration.
reunification. I like those. Those are more seem to me more natural, meaning I don't have to wear some glasses and put some technology back into my eye. And I believe the technology wouldn't help because it's for people that still have use of their retina per se, instead of being completely damaged.
Well, I remember early research, especially on the one where so they were going in, and this was, man, it had to be at least 6, 7 years ago, at least,
Mm,
when I first heard about it. But they were going in and they were creating, they were putting sensors, at different points within the brain and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
And then, I mean, I see it kind of like, now anyway. Back then, it was, where when you put these glasses on that actually had the cameras in them. When you put the glasses on, they kind of did the connection to the sensor points, in the side of your head. That
mm-hmm,
once the camera would relay the signal through that sensor point into your brain, right? And I
mm.
mean, I used to try to figure out, okay, what is this, some of the Star Trek kind of thing? I mean, everybody gonna be walking around with a pair of glasses like Jody and Star Trek Next Generation or what, But now with my metas, I mean, think about this, Pedro. When we put our metas on, they know when they're on our head.
Mm-hmm.
They literally know. I mean, the minute you slide them on your head, they make a tone and let you know, okay, you're wearing me. I'm ready to go. That kind of thing. So, I mean, that technology is coming a long way now. So, and then, like I said, just knowing that these glasses, okay, it ain't like you got to have no little contact point sticking out of the side of your head or whatever, where you're looking abnormal or whatever. You just slide on a pair of glasses and boom, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, in essence, it's artificial. I mean, I get it, but
Hey, I'm down if I could have
exactly.
extras. If I could have extras.
Oh, now you want X-ray vision, right?
I want extras. I want extras. I want to be able to zoom into shit. You know what I mean? I need extras if I'm gonna be having this glass.
Right, right, right. So,
I'm
but
going stem cell. I'm going stem cell all the way.
I mean, again, a lot of people didn't want to deal with stem cell, but stem cell is really proven to be a great therapy for a lot of different issues going on within the body.
Mm-hmm.
So I have nothing against it. Anything that's going to improve people's quality of life, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, again, just for people that have never had vision, man, imagine being able to, go through a procedure and wake up and
And
boom, now
have
you got
vision.
vision, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything that you've always, guessed about, you know what I'm saying? Being
Well,
living your life in the dark,
colors,
colors and shapes and, the clouds,
skyscrapers, planes, you know what I mean?
all of that, the way the clouds float through the sky and, like you say, the
Hmm.
stormy days, the foggy days. It's just being able to now be able to understand that visually,
Yeah.
man, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. So,
Yeah, new
I mean,
horizons are on the way with technology and artificial intelligence. For now, we do have that artificial intelligence. I noticed something different on my classes also that I've been working at. So I'm also gonna be maybe bring that to you guys. I noticed a couple of new things, but they're improving. The technology is improving. Um, I know Llama, the Meta's AI, they made it open source. So it's gonna be improving. It's gonna be improving. Now it's matching up to ChatGPT. Their 4.0, I mean, yeah, their 4.0 model. So technologies are improving. Even medicines, they're creating medicines with AI. So even in the medical space, it's looking promising. And even for people with disabilities, even with some mental learning issues. As I was hearing in the article, you could
yeah,
put some AR glasses on and learn if you need to learn by visual and touching or manipulating things in your environment if reading out of a book is not the way you learn or your brain might learn differently. And that's from my experience in my life. People learn differently. There's different ways to learn. Some people learn straight out of a book by reading it. Some people learn by doing it and putting their hands and doing it while reading instructions. And other people, they learn by hearing it instead of reading it or doing it. So there's different ways of learning. So with these AR augmented reality classes, even people with autism or people with other mental disabilities can learn by playing games and actually sticking to actually taking in their information and retaining it and able to put it in use in further conversations or other sections in their life. So
right,
technology is improving, and I'm glad for all that. It makes us closer, but also isolates us. That's another thing we got to remember about
right.
technology.
Well, I just remember back, when I had my accident in '84, and
Hmm.
after the, several surgeries and some stuff like that, reconstruction and all that kind of stuff. They said, well, I was uh, 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 I mean, the way my eye was damaged, they wanted to do, corneal transplant, right? But
Hmm.
because of the amount of trauma that my eye had already been through, corneal transplants were relatively new at that time. So
Hmm.
they didn't want to do it. But nowadays, man, they're doing corneal transplants every day. I mean, it's a routine surgery now, So
Hmm.
I mean, so again, you got to pay attention. I mean, so that's what 40 years, 84 is when I had my accident, So here
Mm.
we are, 2025, right? So almost 21 years for me in July. It'll be 21 years that I've been, I'm sorry, 41 years I've been legally blind, So,
Damn, I'll be
uh,
41 this year too, Ed. That's crazy sauce.
so, okay, well, I went blind the year you were born.
Yeah, you did. That's funny. But yeah, so we could continue talking about this subject right quick. But before we hop in the other article, I'll cut to a quick commercial break around the 40th of the
We do
minute of
have
the hour.
comments.
Okay, go ahead,
Um,
Britt.
Daniel Solis said that he really appreciates this article and he's really thankful because he has retinitis pigmentosa, so he's not losing hope, to one day have his vision. And Tisha said that um her eye doctor or surgeon is a female, so girl power. All right.
Mhm.
And the lady that's working, her doctor told her that the other female doctor that's working on the whole eye transplant. So again, female power, man. Go ahead on, ladies. Y'all
Well,
make it
yeah.
happen.
Plus, one of the top leading expert on RP is a woman also.
Well, hey, go for it, ladies. Make it happen. I ain't mad at y'all. I am so
Hmm.
grateful for women.
Yeah, yeah, but I could understand. Was it Daniel read?
Yeah.
Yeah, and his RP, and yes, they've been doing trials even in England and other things like that. I know they made someone actually was able to see a cup in front of their face for the first time, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so there's it's coming. It takes trials, but probably with advancements with AI and they put some of this technology, they could probably improve and make it go faster, you know. That'd be pretty dope, especially within the vision community because we do have in our community different people with different visual problems and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
man, it's advancing, man. Even with the wearables, even with the AI wearables, even with these new glasses that are gonna be for navigating and real text description and other things like that. It's going, it's going. You
It's
know what I
getting
mean?
there. I mean, in a minute, whether you choose to go ahead and, get whatever procedure or therapy, whatever, to regain your vision, or whether you say, you know what, I'm good with the artificial stuff, and you go get the wearables or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be advancements in our independence and being able to do things on our own and not needing so much assistance for certain things. So again, it's only getting better. It's only getting better. So on that note, one more piece of technology is kind of technology, I guess
Or
you want to call it.
let me cut to a quick break and then we do
Mhm.
that article. You down?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United. Did you know that people in third world countries do not have access to canes? The You Can Give initiative gives canes to people all over the world who cannot get canes. The You Can Give initiative not only goes to these countries and gives people canes, but they give people canes and a digital recorder that is solar powered that has instructions on how to use the cane and instructions on how to repair the cane. The You Can Give initiative is a very worthy cause, giving canes to blind people all over the world. If you have a cane that you're no longer using, or a cane that's broken or bent, you can go to youcangive.org and get a shipping label, and you can ship your cane to Jimmy in Tennessee, and he will refurbish it and give your cane to a blind person in a third world country. That website again is youcangive.org.
All right. Well, again, like I said, this one here is, not necessarily about technical advancements, but it's an advancement in a way of thinking. It's a pilot program going on here in California, and I really think this is a step in the right direction. So check this out.
Today on Coffee Time, breaking the cycle, how in-prison coding programs reduce recidivism. In-prison coding programs are proving to be a transformative tool in reducing recidivism and providing incarcerated individuals with a pathway to a brighter future. These initiatives, such as the Last Mile based in San Quentin, California, equip inmates with valuable technical skills, empowering them to secure meaningful employment upon release. Notably, 100% of the Last Mile graduates have not returned to prison, underscoring the program's effectiveness in disrupting the cycle of incarceration. The power of coding education in prison. Coding programs teach participants high-demand skills in areas like software development, app creation, and website design. These technical competencies not only open doors to lucrative job opportunities, but also foster self-confidence, critical thinking, and problem-solving abilities, traits essential for successful reintegration into society. The post-release challenge, securing employment. Despite the promising outcomes of coding programs, many formerly incarcerated individuals face significant barriers in the job market. Stigma of a criminal record. Employers often hesitate to hire individuals with criminal histories, regardless of their qualifications. Restrictive hiring policies. Some companies exclude candidates with specific types of convictions, further narrowing job opportunities. Overcoming employment barriers. To fully harness the potential of in-prison coding programs, a multifaceted approach is needed. 1. Employer engagement. Encouraging businesses to adopt fair chance hiring practices can help reduce biases and expand opportunities for qualified candidates. Employers who focus on skills rather than past convictions often discover a motivated and capable talent pool. 2. Supportive employment programs. Organizations that assist formerly incarcerated individuals in navigating the job market are critical. These programs provide career coaching, helping individuals refine their resumes, practice interviews, and develop job search strategies. Job matching services, connecting participants with employers willing to hire individuals with criminal records. 3. Policy reforms. Advocating for systemic changes can further level the playing field. Tax incentives, offering tax credits to businesses that hire formerly incarcerated individuals. Ban the box initiatives, removing the criminal record question from initial job applications, ensuring candidates are evaluated based on their qualifications. A pathway to a new beginning. In-prison coding programs like the Last Mile demonstrate that providing education and skill-building opportunities to incarcerated individuals can lead to life-changing outcomes. By addressing post-release employment challenges through supportive programs, employer engagement, and policy reforms, we can ensure these individuals have the tools and opportunities they need to succeed. What do you think about in-prison education programs? Could these initiatives reshape how we approach incarceration and rehabilitation? Let's dive into the conversation. Now, back to the Coffee Time crew for their insights.
So, myself personally, I'm just going to say that a lot of people don't realize prisons, in essence, are human warehouses. They don't do rehabilitation. I mean, they just lock you up, lock you away, collect money for you taking up a bed space. I mean, they've created a whole nother sub-industry on this called private prisons. Well, now you got corporate America getting in on the game, right? But again, there's no rehabilitation stuff in there. There's no education stuff in there. I mean, the statistics show throughout, whenever an inmate even takes it upon himself to maybe take college courses or something like that while they're locked up, they don't come back, and that's the thing. We want to stop that revolving door, and programs like this, it gives people a pathway, to a really good, living wage where they can I mean, whether they work for another company with, developing websites or developing, mobile applications, or whether, they at some point start their own business. I mean, man, I wish I had the money. I'd start my own web app development company and hire all of them. I really would. You know, I mean, this stigma about not hiring folks that have been to prison, people don't realize that's one of the main reasons why people end up going back to prison. Why? Because they can't get a job. They can't get a job anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So they got to survive. What are they supposed to do to survive? You know, they a lot of times they don't qualify for different social programs and stuff like that, so they have no help. I mean, come on now. I mean, we got to do something to help these people turn their lives around, and I think this is just one aspect of it. I mean, they've got a couple other programs where they've got nowadays, even for us, was not just for us, but folks that use service animals. There are literally puppy raisers in prison now. These guys are raising these puppies and getting them ready for whatever task, whether they're going to be a guide dog or I mean, a lot of people don't know they got service animals for people that can't bend over. They got dogs that'll reach over, bend, pull, pick up stuff off the floor and hand it to you. All different kind of stuff. They got dogs that are trained to detect whether your blood pressure is up, whether you're getting ready to have a seizure, all these different kind of things. So these programs, not only do they benefit society, by these folks doing the work, but they also benefit society by these inmates not going back to prison. So I'm all in. Anything we can do to help these folks stay out of prison, I'm down with that as well. So,
Yes, yes, and it's good that they're moving in a good direction. Um, you know, giving them more choices, you know, for them to not come back and be a revolving door, like you said. It's a plus, you know. Um, sometimes they some in some prisons they have the idea, well, this is a privilege that you're having this now, trying to earn something, you know what I mean, or go to school. And the object of, let's say, rehabilitation through the prison system should be, let's give them education. That should be a number one priority. Give them education, give them the tools that they might not otherwise had when they were growing up. You know, we believe in second chances in our society, and we have companies and corporations that won't hire if you have something small. Even, they, one of the questions in that applications is, do you have a felony? And it's only a yes or no. You don't have a text field or anything to put, the conditions or what happened and things like that. It's just a yes or a no. And if you mark yes, your application does not advance, you know. And we talk about they're re, they came out the system, they're ready to get in society, they need a second chance, but it seems like they don't get a second chance. They won't get hired a lot of places. A lot of folks need to go to a factory to start working, or I seen people work under the table because they couldn't get hired because they had a felony, you know. And
yep,
a lot of people feel like society tells them you got a second chance, but they get slapped in the face every time they looking for a job. Every time, they go in different places to put in applications, and then they have the parole officer on top of them. Well, you need to get a job. You're not trying hard enough. Oh, if you don't get a job, you might get violated. Get sent back right back where you just came from. So it becomes stressful. Um, in going that route, some people fall in the same trap and end up at the same place. You know, but
yep,
even with getting these programs and having these folks have a second chance, and giving them a second chance, not just saying to give them a second chance, but actually giving them a second chance. And this is a lesson to actually start investing in our education, start building the education for our minors that are in school right now, build the 21st century schools, the 21st century schools, guys, with new technology, new ways of learning. So just imagine a chalkboard. Instead of just being a chalkboard, this tool could be actually a visual learning device. It could be a screen that is able to, instead of just writing a number four, you could do multiple math problems. And instead of just doing numbers, let's say you have control of of this screen, and you could break it down into blocks, break it into something visual aesthetic to certain class students in class. So we need to move and incorporate technology into our public school system, make it the 21st century, because if we don't, we're getting left behind. We need programs like basic coding, um, basic computer engineering, have these within middle school, you know? We need to have people get into technology. If it's built-in app within a Linux system or a Windows system or even a Mac system, but we need to start getting our young people excited into the STEM programs. You know,
Exactly. I
well,
mean, we've already got people stating now that, Americans just ain't smart enough, right? We need to bring in folks from other countries because Americans are not smart enough. We're lazy. We're this, we're that. But
yes,
at the same point, we got right here a perfect example. They're teaching, if you want to go there, what society considers to be the worst of us, they're teaching them how to do this stuff.
yes, and yes, you do have people talking about we don't got the best and brightest. Uh, they only care about jocks and the prom queen and other statements like that. That's a core thing of our American, growing up in America. The thing is, how you're gonna say we don't have uh, smart Americans and other things like that, and we need to bring other people from other countries, but you won't invest in the educational system. You actually want to cut back from it. How? What kind of an idea is that? It's a backwards idea. We're not breeding smart people, so we're gonna cut the education department more. It doesn't make any sense. Anybody with common sense can see we need to give more money to education and improve our schools. Make them the 21st century schools with the technology. Make these programs across the whole nation, even in rural America, even in small towns in America. We need to have these type of programs because we need to excel. The future is coming. Technology, there's going to be technology in everything, in lighting, in AI, in microwaves, in coffee machines. Let's say the espresso machine of the future, you just ask it what you want. But let's say there's a young kid found out how to program and put an application in there and made his own drink and has his own little application. Now we have some entrepreneur because he had the skills from a public teaching or from a public education to create things like that, to innovate. So we need money in education and even in prisons for the people that come out have a second chance to integrate with society and grow a family, have a family, and feel like they want it in this society. That's what everybody wants to feel like, want it, you know?
I mean, bottom line, poverty is the number one producer of inmates. It's just that simple. I mean, when you people are brought up in poverty and society, I'm not saying it's everybody, because some people, they will, knuckle down and do what they got to do to get ahead. But But for the most majority of folks, I mean, they just look and they feel life is lost. There's no hope. Society's never going to let them get ahead or whatever, and they turn to doing things they ain't got no business doing. And now next thing you know, we're taxpayers are taking care of them, sitting up in a prison somewhere, 40, 50, $60,000 a year for a bed. You imagine, a prison yard which got over 1,000 guys, right? It's $60,000 a year. It's crazy. The amount of money that we're sending to and spending to keep people locked up is just totally ridiculous. So,
Yeah, that
uh,
is true. Another point too is ridiculous on how much money some of these tech billionaires get. One of the biggest, what I like to call robber barons, welfare queen, is Elon Musk and the other dude that's running Doge. They get so much subsidies, but they want to cut our education department, our social security, and other things like that. So be aware, guys. Be aware who
anyway,
has your better in mind, your
right,
betterment in life in mind, because education we need. Social programs like Social Security is very, very popular on the left and the right, and cutting it is it's not a populist idea. It's not even a populist in the right in that idea.
it should not even be an option. But anyway, before we bounce up out here, Britt, we got anybody else in the bottom comment?
Yeah, God first. She commented and said that we shouldn't even have to put whether we have a felony or not on a job application. And Anthony Martinez commented. He said that he's really enjoying the show, so thank you for watching.
Yo, Anthony,
Thank you very much for
God first,
everybody
douche.
dropping
Shout
in.
out.
God first, everybody. So before we get up out of here again, as I do lately, please, whatever platform you're on, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, whatever case it may be, please do whatever they ask. Like, subscribe, follow, share, comment. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell. I mean, whatever it is on your platform you're watching from, please do it. It again, I can't express it enough. It really does help the algorithm and lets our content get out there to even more and more people. So you can help us grow just by doing some of those simple things. So on that note, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your Monday. And as always, we will be back with you guys again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed one.